Somehow, I feel like we have ended up with a culture of children who they're like celebrity divas, while their parents are doing 100% of the labor that is required to put on these kids' shows and their sports teams and their clubs. And not only are they doing the labor, they're expected to volunteer on top of their regular roles and give money. Meanwhile, the leaders are pulling their hair out, trying to get parents to read all the memos and participate, which is taking away from them being able to focus on leading. Is this really the kind of culture that is going to help our kids be better people? Hi, I'm Bethany Baldwin, and while I still have a ways to go till I get my music, art, and drama club working to its fullest potential and being totally stress-free, I've found a process that has brought it pretty close. I'd like to take you through each step I took to get there, show you the documents I created to solve my stressful volunteer issues so you can make similar documents for your club, and 3, show you how you could use these documents to create a healthy operations process for your club or sport. Before you develop a volunteer process for your club, you have to have a clear goal and mission statement. If you don't have a clear goal for what you want your club to achieve, you won't get there because you don't even know where you're headed. Start by emptying your mind into a typed document with all your hopes and dreams and thoughts about your club. Trim it until you have a 3-sentence mission statement. Make sure everyone in your group knows these goals. This might mean you will have to have a meeting or produce a new document to reestablish goals, and that's okay. You need to have goals that are actually attainable, that you can fully support, that others can fully support, and that are clear enough to give you the strength to say no to anything that will be a waste of your time as a leader. After all, if the leader ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. But that sounds like a whole nother video. So here's the conundrum. I have students in front of me that I'm leading. I am leading for their benefit, so my goals are for the students. But I need their parents in order to make all the goals that I have for the students. I need the parents to make it happen. But the parents aren't there when I'm leading, the kids are. Too often, the kids in a club are not even presented with ways that they can become leaders and take ownership of their own club. So the students enjoy the club, they then go home and do their life, play video games, and move on. Meanwhile, the leaders are spending their free time begging parents to help and volunteer and to read the memo. So here's what I did. Make an exhaustive list of everything you do for your club or your team and everything that needs to be done by you or by someone else. This will probably take an entire year to complete as you think through everything that needs done all the way through a season, all the way through a session, and all the way through a year for your club. Write every single thing down. Be loving enough to write your process down. That way others can reproduce what you're doing. Maybe if you write it down, you could develop a curriculum and monetize it. Take this list of jobs you made and give each job a title, a complete job description, a list of resources needed to do the job well, a timeline and a deadline for when that job should be performed or completed, and indicate if it's an adult-only job, a student or kid-only job, or maybe a student and adult could do the job together, or if it is for coaches only, a job that only a coach can do, so people know what to pick based on their age. In this guide that you make, leave the coach-only jobs. That way, if someone else wanted to coach, they would know what they would be doing if they wanted to start that same kind of organization. It also makes people aware of all the things you do as a coach, and hopefully they'll appreciate you more. Then take your document with the jobs and take out as many words as humanly possible. Add commas, make run-on sentences. They will be your friend here. The shorter this document is, the more likely people are to read it. Make that list of jobs into a single document with an awesome title and a correlating sign-up document for those jobs. So for my club, we have the jobs document and also the student questionnaire, which for each play that we put on, there's a different student questionnaire because I take only the jobs that we need for that performance and put them in a questionnaire that I can give the students so they can volunteer for some of the jobs and roles that need to be accomplished for that play. You'll want to read those jobs in the questionnaire in front of your students at a meeting. They're more likely to sign up if you help them through the process. And you'll also want to try to have a meeting or some way for the guardians to sign up too, with them in front of you. If your team has an app, it might have a duty roster, or you could make a sign up genius or a Google sheet for signing up. Just some examples. If you have any other ways that you use that you absolutely love, please comment below this video. That way other people can have other options for how to do signups. After everyone gets a chance to sign up for these jobs, you'll want to make one more plea or post about filling out the empty jobs. If there's a job that doesn't get filled in, really try hard to just not even do that aspect of your group for whatever period of time you have, like a year, a session, or a season. Can your organization go without that job being filled? And if so, let it go. This might come with what feels like a consequence for the people in your group, like maybe you have to increase your participation fees, for example, if someone doesn't sign up to do fundraisers. But the truth is, some parents might actually prefer to pay a little bit more money than to have to do a bake sale. Oh, I did make a video on fundraisers, how to stay organized, and some inspiration on cool fundraisers if you want to find that video. Okay, so I'd like to give you a list of all the goals and the benefits of making this process where you let everyone know the jobs that need to be done and selected for your club. Hopefully it will inspire kids to take jobs, which would mean less work for the leaders. This gives students the opportunity to become leaders of small areas in a safe space. It's also supposed to be educational for the students, not only to lead, but also come up with other ways they could use their talents for your club, or so they can try something new they want to learn, all in a safe space where perfectionism isn't supposed to be the goal. Hopefully this process is showing the students that it takes a lot of work to put together a ministry or a club so they can learn to not just be consumers. I hope it inspires them to appreciate what other people do and provide for the church and for society. It's also a great opportunity for parents to get involved with their kids and talk about what their student is good at and interact with each other as their student works to fulfill their job. Once your students and guardians have all picked their jobs, find ways to attach what they picked to their name, to the roster, to the app, to their name tags. Also post a master list of who took what jobs on your app or email it. This way, everyone is reminded of what they committed to and others know who is responsible for all the jobs. Hopefully, this will be a way that the members of your club can bypass you as a leader to get jobs done. Build in face-to-face time to work on accomplishing jobs and helping students and parents get the jobs done. So that might be 20 minutes before practices or games start, or at the end of a practice or a game. I have an announcements and issues portion of my group that also helps to make sure that things are getting done. This is why I think the jobs process actually works for my club. Because the kids are excited to take small leadership roles, excited to help their leader, and it creates a reason for parents and kids to accomplish something together instead of each person doing their own thing alone. It is an opportunity for parent-child bonding instead of leader-parent frustration. It creates a greater sense of ownership and value for everyone involved. As the leader, though, you will have to be satisfied if other people don't accomplish things with the same style or in the same time frame that you would have done it. But chances are that others might have actually done a better job than you would have done. And again, this frees you up to be the leader. That's what people need you to do. The things that only leaders can do. If our children are part of a basketball team and the only thing they walked away from the basketball team is learning how to play basketball and have fun and have friends, we've really let them down. They had the opportunity to learn leadership skills, interpersonal skills, develop spiritually and emotionally. Let's aim for all of that. Let's do more than just teach them basketball. So is this going to completely work and your group is all of a sudden going to be so insanely easy to lead? No. We are all still humans and we need to love each other and be patient as we are growing and progressing. I wish that Everyone had to serve as a server at a restaurant for at least 3 months, do a retail job at Christmas time, and also have to get to be a leader of a group of people. I think that there are certain things that I hope we all have experiences that develop us into the kind of people not only that can lead, but that can be good followers. Good leaders are willing to change and willing to be confident as well in their decisions. Surround yourself with people who will help you become a better leader as you take on the task of leadership. Okay, check out my theater coaching curriculum if that might be something you're interested in, or follow my fundraising guide video.